Hey guys, welcome to Susan Shares. Name is short and sweet. I hope you like it. Today we're going to talk about relationships, and sometimes they're not all good. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit. So sometimes what we end up doing, we call it in therapy, there's a diagram right here. I hope you can see it. I am with you as you are with me. So if I were to yell at you and then you yell louder back at me and then I yell louder back at you and you yell louder back at me, that's not going to go very well. And so as you can tell, and so what it ends up being is that we treat each other like the enemy. And that sounds harsh, but really that's what we end up doing, is treating each other as if we were enemies. And we don't want to do that. And so a little very practical example with that. Now this is going to be a hypothetical, but it rings true, because sometimes what we have to learn how to do is somebody along the way has got to learn how to break the cycle. And so I'm going to give an example of that. My husband's name is Steve, and let's say I ask him to go to the grocery store and get a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread. And let's say he brings back instead some peanut M&Ms and some barbecue potato chips. And when he walks in the door with those two items, I absolutely have a fit, a hissy fit, as my grandmother used to say. And I go off on him like nobody's business, and I'm screaming and yelling like, you totally disrespect me. You never listen to a thing I say. I mean, it has nothing to do with groceries. You can tell that. But you know what that does? That means I've had a backpack full of unresolved issues that I have not been bringing up. I've just been stuffing my backpack full of stuff, and all of a sudden when he came in with those M&Ms and barbecue chips, it just all came out. Again, nothing to do with groceries. But what if Steve, to break the cycle, did not take that personally? Again, this is hypothetical, but to break the cycle, did not take that personally, and instead looked at me and said, Susan, what is really going on? What is really going on? Now, would that make me more angry, or would that calm me down? You know, it certainly would not escalate if he were to say, hey, whoa, what's going on? Would, instead of yelling back at me and me matching my tone. You know, one of those two is going to make me more angry, or one of them, hey. What's really going to go? What's really going on, honey? That is not going to escalate me. And so that's going to help break the cycle. And you know, we'd all look funny with this hanging on our forehead that says, I am not your enemy. But it would be great, I know that looks funny, but to visualize on our forehead, I am not your enemy, is a wonderful thing for us to do. To visualize on each other's forehead, hey, I'm not your enemy. And to try not to take things personally. And when somebody barks at us, to try to learn the line, hey, what's really going on? Because we all carry backpacks of unresolved stuff. And so if somebody barks at us, to say, hey, I'm not your enemy, what's going on, would be a beautiful thing. And you know, in Scripture, in Matthew 7:12 is the golden rule. Treat others like you want to be treated. And so ponder that about not treating each other like the enemy, trying to break the cycle, and to think about the question, hey, what's really going on? Listen, y'all have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.